Hello and welcome to this week's video from Olive Tree Connect. This week we are chatting about a topic which I think we all struggle with sometimes, and that is how to overcome offense. So offense can come in the form of a personal accusation, maybe a misunderstanding, or careless words from someone close to you, or maybe an action on the part of another person that really rubbed you up the wrong way. And before you know it, you are offended. It's so funny for me how the tests come in my own life when I decide on a topic for that week's video. So I will be honest with you, this week I was severely tested around taking offense within my own family unit. And some of the tests I can say that I possibly passed, and others I know I will have to take again. But the one thing that I've realized with offense is that sometimes we are actually oblivious of the fact that we are offended. But you know what? It's there, it's lurking in our hearts, and it's growing on the inside of us. And then it can just erupt in a flow of words that sometimes shock yourself for what is coming out of your mouth. But then unfortunately, the damage is already done. The spirit of offense is what causes division between people. You know, it can destroy friendships, it can break up marriages, and it has split churches. So if we want to claim that we are spirit-filled believers and kingdom children, we should be so aware not to give in to the spirit of offense. Proverbs 19 verse 11 says, "A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense." You know, our hearts are like a garden, and offense can grow like a weed. So it's really our job to tend to the weeds of offense daily that have taken root in our hearts. And when offense or unforgiveness or bitterness take root in our hearts, weeds begin to grow. And if we do not pull the weeds and tend to the garden of our hearts, the fruit of our heart will wither and weeds of offense will just take over. Proverbs 4 verse 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." It is therefore so important to have a strategy ready about how to handle offense before it even happens to us, in order to shield our hearts from it. So let's look at a few strategies together that can help us overcome offense. Strategy 1 is to think before you speak. You know, us women can sometimes react so quickly and usually out of emotion. And this is really a difficult one for me, because I can sometimes speak my mind before I think, and then in the process I really hurt someone, and you know, my tongue can sometimes just run away with me. You and I can't control what others say or think about us, but we can control how we respond. So take time to respond when you are offended, and make sure that your reaction is not out of impulse or out of emotion. Strategy 2 is to resist the urge to defend yourself and trust God that He will protect your name. You know, as kingdom children, we can realize one golden truth. God has got our backs. And there is so much freedom in being able to let go of an offense or an accusation and just let it fall by the wayside, and to trust God that He will defend our names. Strategy 3 is to keep the humor. So be honest. Are you taking perhaps yourself too seriously, you know, what others say about you? And if we can see the humor in a situation, it keeps us from taking offense to heart. And it also keeps us humble if we can laugh at ourselves along with others, or be okay with being the brunt of a joke. And humor can help so much to ease a tense situation. Strategy 4 is to reflect and learn from the cause of offense. So ask yourself the question, if there's any seed of truth in the offense that you can learn from. What might have provoked the offense? Is there something that you could have done to prevent it or do differently next time? And get into the practice of taking that offense to God and asking Him to show you if there's anything true in the accusation that you can learn from. Strategy 5 is to operate out of this opposite spirit. You know, the opposite spirit to the spirit of offense is the spirit of love and forgiveness. So next time you are offended, make the choice to love the unlovable by returning the insult rather with a soft answer or a compliment instead of harsh words. If we heap genuine compliments on the head of the one who has offended us, we demonstrate Christ-like behavior, and it can actually really impact the friendship going forward. And that is such good training ground to actually also develop the fruit of the Spirit in your own life and to die to yourself. So let's challenge each other to do just that. If you're interested to hear more, click on the link to enroll for the free short online course, Becoming an Overcomer. In this course, you will receive practical tips on how to overcome negativity, how to overcome worries and fears, rejection, and how to stand strong in the face of difficulties. Thank you for watching.